right, guys, we are back again with another episode of Mushoku Tensei here. We have episode 18 of season 1 here up and ready to go. So, last episode. I'm a little bit worried this episode because I feel like it won't be able to top last episode. Last episode was an absolute banger with the whole Paul and Rudy situation. I really respected that episode. Like, a lot. I know I say it a lot, but as I look back on it, as I've had time with it, that might be like my favorite episode of all time. Just with the different like personal issues that were brought up in that and how they didn't. It's too big brain for me to be able to put into words that episode. Like just the emotional tension that was brought up, the different like the personal differences between Rudy and Paul were just, I love how they like showcased it, but they were able to still make them like it work together. It was, I just really enjoyed that. It was great. That and the episode before it were a good combination. This one, I don't know what we're doing. I have no idea what we were doing. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be bad because this show has just been basically a lot of bangers. I don't know if we're following Rudy or maybe something to do with Paul again. I don't know. So, honestly, I think I'm just going to hop into it and just see what happens. So, let's go. Yo, don't start us off with this again. I know I said I liked it, but I don't want to go through this. Not for a second time. Bro, the music, the curveballs that they throw at us with this music, man. And it's not like it's the first time they've used this song, but it's just like, damn, it's just so heavenly and like, just majestic, bro. That it takes me off guard every time. Okay, that's interesting though. I'm curious as to why they showed just that scene again and then cut to present. Huh? Rodriguez. Okay. We just minding our own business, bro. Is he gonna absolutely destroy him? Oh. He's like, damn. He's still got like a nice positive attitude about it though. Fair enough, Rodriguez. He just Richard's like, okay, it was fun the first time. Can we stop? Jeez, okay, so this guy has a lot of this, sword god. He seems to have a lot of apprentices and students. Oh, damn. Oh. Oh. Even he's having issues. It's like, yeah, no, that ship was literally going sideways, dude. Oh, he can't even say the words. He's too busy. All right, bro. You don't gotta rub it in. Sorry, relationship is. Yep. Yeah. The judgment on his face. He's like, really? That's a rice balls. Oh, yeah, for sure. But those rice balls, bro, they do be delicious. Ghislaine. I mean, of all the people to be worried about, I'd be the least worried about Ghislaine, bro. But I feel like everyone can hold their own. Like, his mom she was an old adventurer, too. She was like the healer, but obviously she's probably able to hold her own well enough. The one I'd be worried about is Lilia, right? Like, what does she have? She's a maid. I don't know if she's trained in anything or anything like that. Even Sylphie, she's got the magic. I think Ghislaine, she's fine. Are you sure about that? Are you 100% sure about that? I don't think so. See, we kind of crossed paths a little bit back. I don't know if she's probably further away now. Oh, this guy. Oh, I hope he tells her about Rudy. Yeah, she doesn't need to feel that way. It's gotten out of hand yet. She's like, everyone knows how badass I am. Oh, yeah. Well, he used to. Uh, sure, buddy. Whatever you tell yourself to sleep at night, man. But yeah, I'm hoping. Did he learn a lesson? So he got burned two years ago. It was 2 years ago? Yo, bro, the timing in this anime, dude, is crazy. Like, I guess I knew it was like a year and a half. We had a jump there at one point. I guess I knew that during the adventure, but damn, 2 years. It does not feel like it's been 2 years since we saw this guy, since Rudy dealt with him. No, that's cool at least. He's saying like, no, I've been better because yeah, I think didn't they threaten him like, hey, be better or else I'm coming back for you, I think Rouge had said or something. Get in. Oh. Oh. What's going on? Damn, like, oh no, okay, I am remembering. She did have a thing against the name Dead End, right? Like she was terrified of it, wasn't she? But damn, looked like she was about to have a heart attack there. Is there some kind of like personal thing with him? Or is it just from, Superds? Is she just that terrified of him? Hmm. Okay, some family matters. Is this gonna be a Roxy photo? Oh, okay. Yo, she is going through everywhere that Rudy's been through. I swear, if this happens and she doesn't even get a mention of Rudy's name during any of this, I'm going to be a little upset. It's the same type of thing as as when they were in the same city and they just missed each other. It's like, oh, that's stupidly convenient, bro. That no one ever talks about Ruby. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, is that what he meant by telepathy? I kind of oh man. This is the one con of me watching only like one episode per week is I forget stuff that happened like many episodes ago, but I guess they did have telepathy, didn't they? This whole thing. The horse guy just brought it up. He's like, who cares if you don't have telepathy? And I was lost. I was lost for a second. I was like, telepathy. Where the fuck did that come from? Their species or their whole village kind of talks in telepathy sort of thing, and she just can't. Oh, so that's why she's kind of an outsider. Mm. So yeah, ever since she was a kid, she's felt just different from them, right? I can see why she would have hated it. Oh, yeah, being a bit of a outsider even then. Oh, 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 and they're trying to talk to oh, ooh, that would be like so draining, man. You just have these people trying to like straight up, they're just trying to talk with you, and you just can't do anything about it. Like you just don't. You're not able to understand a thing they're saying. I can't blame her for leaving it behind. Like it's not even the village's fault. Like the villagers' fault. Like they just well, it kind of is. Like they don't do anything to kind of try to be more, I guess, inclusive to her. Because are they able to even talk out loud? Like, obviously, they're so used to using telepathy, right? That probably a lot of them kind of don't even. Like, the kids, sure, they probably don't know how to talk out loud, maybe. But the adults, like, really? They don't know how to? They can't communicate like that? It's a little rough, like, from their part. But overall, like, it's not really anyone's fault. It feels like not so strongly anyway. I get why. I can't blame her. I can't say like, oh, she's so Like, she should have tried harder, blah, blah, blah. Or I can't say the villagers should have, done better. Or I can, but not so much. I don't know. It's a difficult situation to really pin blame on anybody here. It's just unfortunate circumstances. Oh. Oh, a little awkward. It sucks that there's that tension. It really sucks that I can't remember everything that happened in that episode where we met her family. I don't know if we were ever explained exactly what happened between them. I don't think it was just the telepathy, right? Like, just that tension. Oh, is she trying to communicate with them right now? Or no, they're talking with each other, but she can't hear it. Oh. Damn. Okay. You know what? I have to take that back a little bit, what I said. Some blame can be pinned on Roxy. Yeah, she's going through the trouble of the telepathy. She feels like an outsider with her own people, which is it's incredibly unfortunate. Like, there's many stories where stuff like that happens, where, someone's born differently and they're just kind of seen as an outsider. It's stupid. It's unnecessary. But it happens, and a lot of the time, it's not their own fault. But in this particular case, Roxy, she's not trying that hard. Like, obviously, there's only so much she can do. But she's kind of just closing it off, right? Like, she's not even just asking them, like, hey, can you not do the telepathy thing? Like, it really makes me feel bad. Even when you guys do it together, right? Like, she's not communicating with them at all. She's not even trying to, like, repair this relationship in any way. There could, like, maybe she thinks it's all their fault in her head, or maybe she does blame herself. She just can't say it, and she's awful with that communication aspect of it. But there is some fault lying in Roxy's. Not a lot. Not a lot. I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying there's some. Once every 20 years. I like how that's like, is that a short period of time for them? 20 years? In the next 50? Yo! Okay, even if it is short, 20 is too much for you? That's too soon? Jesus. Jeez. Okay. Is that it? Yeah, let the dad say something. Oh. Oh. Yeah, like, as long as she sees that they actually, like, they care about her, right? They miss her. Because she's got the whole mentality that, like, she's different. They don't care about her as much as they would someone who, had telepathy. If they had a daughter who was born with telepathy, they would have, like, loved her more, in a way, I'm guessing, is what she's thinking. She's thinking that because of her difference, like, they can't see her as, like, a full, as a whole person, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But that's not the case at all. It's because that she's also keeping them at a distance that she feels that way. And they kept all her stuff too. Like, what? Oh, she thought, like, they were happy to see her go, sort of thing? No. Obviously they're sad. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Is she like, what the hell's going on? Oh, is this when she learns she can't communicate with them? She's like, yo, what is going on? Oh, and that's tough. Yeah, the first time you experience that, bro, that'd be terrifying as a kid. Yo. Oh, she seemed heartbroken. Yeah, but not because of you. It was for you. Like, oh man. I guess, yeah, bro. Being a kid and just being in complete silence like that. A big part of a regular healthy childhood is communication with people. And not just your family. You need friends. You need people to talk to outside of your family. And Roxy not having that, like, yeah, that would be some trauma. Knowing that these people, like, you just can't talk to them. And it would be a sense of like, oh, I'm just not good enough because they're trying to talk to me, but I just can't respond. So that's my fault. She would blame herself for it. And so she would blame herself for, her parents looking heartbroken all the time. But that just brings me back to the whole, like, the villagers didn't try hard enough. Like, there isn't even one other villager who could try to just talk out loud to her. Like, not a single other, like, not even a child, bro. Any other adult, like, any of the other parents couldn't just be like, okay, like, obviously this kid feels bad. Like, they can't talk with us. Let's try to do something. So, Roxy, she's had this self-blame the whole time. Not deserved whatsoever. Not at all. Oh, stop it. Ooh, finally. How many years of emotion is this coming out, man? No, thank God, bro. Don't let it wait another 50 years. Oh. Yo, there's too many parental issues being resolved. Last episode, this episode, there's just too much for me. I can't bear it. Come on. Come on, talk about Ruby. Okay, here we go. She's like, oh, damn. Oh. What? He met my parents? Ooh. Oh, is she gonna put two and two together? She saw them in the city and she's like, oh shit, he was right there. Oh, did she just faint? Oh, oh man, that's gonna be a rough, reunion. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that's good. I agree. Yep. But of course, the one man who could. I should have known. Oh. Oh, and oh no. She's just so done with it. She's not even. Oh, yep. She's like, all right, I ain't even gonna be surprised. Damn, just caused a terrorist attack in the middle of the city. Okay. Yeah, okay, so she's not in a rush. Yeah, she knows she's okay. Yeah. Not as exciting of an episode as, last episode with Rudy and his kid. But it's because they didn't have nearly as much drama going on between them. Like, yeah, the whole Roxy feeling like an outsider in her own village. That's pretty traumatic, right? But when it came to Rudy and Paul, I mean, straight up, they were hitting each other. Those two got into a fist fight. Roxy's family didn't have that, thankfully. So, no, it was still a great episode. Obviously, they're on that theme of just family issues being resolved. It almost if they continue on that trend, I would not be surprised if next episode we get Ghislaine going back to the Beast Village. And I would appreciate that a lot because it's kind of showing the impact that Rudy is having on all of these people's lives. Even people that he only met for a little bit. It's hard to say if he had a huge impact on this because all he really did was talk to these people. He met up with Roxy's family. He met up with that horse guy. And kind of that horse guy, him being in a bit more of a healthy mindset. And then saying that he cares about his kids and his family and then sending Roxy to her family. That could have been a part to play from Rudy, I guess. I can't 100% say so, but it feels like that's kind of maybe what they're saying is Rudy, he's been to all these places. He's had an effect on all of these people. Roxy especially too. She's kind of matured more ever since she met Rudy. Not just because of Rudy, but because of her own efforts as well. Just that feels kind of like the part that they might be playing here is Rudy's been there. He's had an effect. like it's kind of thanks to him that this stuff is happening in the first place, right? So, and obviously she's only there because she's looking for Rudy and his family, but mostly Rudy at first. But it is nice that Roxy, like, even though she knows kind of where Rudy is, or at least has like more of an idea of where he could be heading, it's nice that she's still focused on finding the rest of his family. Like, she's not being like, oh, okay, like, I want to go see him. He's the most like important, so I'm gonna go find him. No, she's still like, no, we gotta find his mom. We gotta find Lilia. We gotta find Sylphie. And I 100% appreciate that. All these people are taking this adventure like seriously now, in a way like, yeah, these people, like, they could be in danger. Like, we need to hurry up and get to them. It's been 2 years. Like, I have to imagine that one of those 3 people, like Lilia or the mom or Sylphie, are in like terrible situations. Obviously, not everyone could have been lucky enough to just, to teleport somewhere, find a super to team up with, or have somebody there like Eris to help them, or keep them on the right path. I don't remember if anyone was really touching. It seemed like as long as you were like touching somebody, then you teleported with them. It happened with Eris, it happened with Paul and his daughter. I don't think anyone else was touching, so I'm sure like Sylphie, Lilia, Rudy's mom probably spawned. I keep saying spawn. So I'm sure that like Rudy's mom and Sylphie probably got teleported like separately. They're on their own, like not even together. And maybe Lilia has her baby with her. Like, I don't remember if she was holding her. But I hope we can run into them at least before the end of this season. We have, what would this be? Maybe like, what would this be? 5 episodes left, possibly, I think, of this season. So I'm hoping we kind of run into them, because I am aware that in season 2, well, as far as I know, in season 2, it's another time jump. Like, just from the poster I've seen, it looks like Rudy is like taller. He's probably like, I don't know, at least 15, 16 or something like that in that series. So I'm hoping, they aren't waiting that long to be rescued, because I just have this like feeling lurking in the back of my head that something's wrong with Rudy's mom. Like, I just have that. It could be from nothing. It's probably just from like past movies that I've watched where like, anime or protagonist parent dies or something like that. Or it's a bad trope to have in my head. I'm sure maybe they're just gonna take that away. Like, they don't really follow tropes all that much in this show. But, I'm hoping like the nicest character, his mom, who has kind of been getting screwed over, like, with Paul cheating and whatnot. I don't want to see her also, die or be dead for a long time. That would be trauma for Rudy. That would be awful. Shit, sorry, I'm going off on a lot of tangents. Like, what did I even start talking about? Like, Ghislaine. Ghislaine was the OG thing that I was saying. Like, I wouldn't be surprised to see her next episode. If we continue on with this solving past family issues thing, she'll be at the Beast Village, and it would just be nice to see her too, right? Like, Ghislaine, well, there's a lot of characters we haven't met up with, like, all those ladies, but Ghislaine, I'd like to see what happened with her, because she probably got teleported to the Demon Continent. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't understand what the explosion did. Mana disaster? I don't know if, like, how close they were to the explosion affected where they got transported to. Like, well, no. Because Rudy was, like, right up close to it, and it seemed like he got teleported further away from, like, where Paul did. But no, Roxy's whole situation, I should focus on that, sorry. Like, I've been talking about everything except for Roxy, who is the focus of this episode. It was a good episode. It was a great episode with her resolving those issues. Like I said, I 100% understand why she ran away in the first place. She felt like she was forced out of her village because she couldn't communicate with anyone, right? And that's awful for a child or for a young adult to not be able to communicate with anyone outside of your family, and even feeling like your family sort of like doesn't like having you around just because like it's so sad that you can't communicate with people. She just thought that she was like a burden to her family. So she obviously she figured like if she left, they'd be happier. And that's brutal for the parents too, because that they weren't used to talking, not using telepathy. They weren't used to speaking out loud, but they got used to it just for Roxy. And then that work all that hard work. They put in so much work to just like, accommodate their daughter. And then she ran away. And so they still felt like they didn't do enough, even though they did like they were working hard to try to like give her a good life, even in a village where she can't communicate like that. But it's brutal. Like, nobody was in the wrong. The parents weren't in the wrong. Roxy wasn't in the wrong. I can only say the villagers should have done something in order to try to be more like open and like inclusive of Roxy. Like, they should have learned how to speak out loud, or they should have just kind of made it more normal, more natural. Like, they shouldn't have just been like, oh, she's just weird, right? Like, let's just not talk to her. Let's just not even try to talk to her, because like, yeah, it's just rough. Nothing was in her control as a child. Like, she didn't do anything. At least we can say with like Rudy's situation and Ghislaine's situation that each of them kind of held fault on their own. They made decisions that kind of caused what happened. Like, I say that very lightly. Like, some of it couldn't be controlled, but Roxy especially, she couldn't control her situation. She was just born not being able to speak telepathically. Not her fault. The village, they should have done something. But I'm glad that she was able to resolve things with her parents. Like, that's awesome. That they, like, obviously the parents are good people. Like, there was never a negative thought in their mind about their daughter. Like, they wanted to show her that they cared about her, but they barely got a chance to, because even when Roxy just showed up, she was immediately going to leave again. Without like listening, without even communicating. Like, the only reason that she ended up staying was because the mom started bawling her eyes out. And it's just, it's tough, but I'm glad that they got there eventually. And it just feels nice that it's, followed right after Rudy making up with Paul. So I'm glad that we're getting all that familial trauma sorted out. We don't need any of that holding us back anymore. And it seems like kind of a theme. Like I said, like, Ghislaine obviously has that trauma. Eddie's not so much. Sylphie, well, no, maybe I'm lying. They kind of have some good family lives, those lucky pricks. Well, Eddie's is going to have family trauma when she finds out what happened to her grandpa, but that's not yet. That's not yet. Yeah, it wasn't as intense as the Rudy and Paul situation, but I respected that episode a lot. And I do like the episodes where it's not just focused on Rudy. I like seeing Roxy as the protagonist. I like seeing like Paul every now and then. Like last episode where it was balanced between him and Rudy, that was great. I'm here for that good character development, that good character growth, and that's what they're giving to us. I'm hoping they kind of keep with that for the rest. Like, I don't know if in the next few episodes, if we're going to find the rest of Rudy's family or Sylphie or any of that. Maybe they're putting it off a little bit. Who knows? But as long as they keep doing these good character moments, like give anybody a good character moment, and I'm happy. But anyway, I feel like I've been talking for too long. It was a very good episode. I just don't feel like there was a ton to talk about other than Roxy's situation. So I think I'm going to end the video off there. Yeah, like, I'm looking forward to what we get into next. Like, I don't know if we're focusing on Rudy or what's going on now. So it seems like we're just kind of bouncing between a few characters, which is cool. I appreciate that. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to stay updated on this series or my other series that I'm currently doing, Kuroko no Basket. And comment down below your thoughts on video, episode, whatever you want to say, just no spoilers, obviously. Yeah, I do a Patreon link down in the description if you want to help support me a bit more, plus gives you early access to the videos, which is, it's highly appreciated from me as well. Helps to support me a bit more. That's it. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.